Really, one of my big goals with you guys is to truly demystify the manifesting process. So I find a bunch of different ways to explain this, and they're all really important. But today's video, I think, is really going to help you make a true connection to what you should be concentrating on and how you should be thinking when you are trying to manifest something for yourself. So today I am going to talk about how your job is simply to believe. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm so excited to have you here today. My name is Jen. I am a life coach and law of attraction teacher, and you have found my YouTube channel where I upload 2 brand new videos for you each and every week. So if you want to make sure that you don't miss anything, be sure to hit that subscribe button. So today I wanted to talk about how important belief is to the manifesting process. And I know that this is such a big topic because people just don't have much practice with this. And it's kind of like telling someone to do something backwards. So I'm going to explain where that's coming from, why it feels so strange, and also explain why it is so crucial to the process. So your job as a manifester primarily is to believe, is to trust, is to surrender, is to hold space, and to work on your worthiness. And like worthiness is a whole different topic. I've done lots of videos about that, and I will again in the future, I'm sure. But today I want to talk about belief and the way we believe things and why trusting and surrendering is so difficult for us. So the paradigm that we have all grown up in for our whole entire life is that you believe it when you see it, right? We don't believe in things unless we can see them with our eyes. We are waiting for scientific proof. We are waiting for evidence that backs it up that we can count on, right? So this is the way we are taught to look at the world. And I'm not like knocking the scientific method or anything like that, but I will just say that in science there are lots of things that we don't know how they really work, and we know them to be true. So sometimes waiting until we see it in order to believe it isn't the right thing to do. So when it comes to manifesting, we are turning this whole paradigm on its head. We are asking you to believe until you see it, right? This is the definition of consciously creating your life. You believe until you see it. So your job as a manifester is to keep believing. It is to keep trusting. It is to keep moving forward despite the evidence that you might see to the contrary, right? So sometimes people in manifesting, they want to manifest a certain amount of money by a certain date, or they want to manifest Instagram followers, or they want to manifest a date with somebody specific. When these things happen and there's a specific calendar date in mind and that date passes, then the temptation is to stop believing, right? Because you're like, well, I didn't manifest it by this date, so it didn't work. So I failed. So my manifesting didn't work, right? So that's the logic that happens afterwards. But I want you guys to keep on believing, to keep on trusting, to keep on holding on to that vision despite the evidence to the contrary. So if you make a target, and a manifesting target, and it doesn't work out exactly the way you thought, it is up to you to keep believing. Because if you thought it was going to happen by a certain date and it didn't, you're not even really being tested, right? You're not even really manifesting. You are just assuming this thing is going to happen, and you haven't really stepped into the process. So stepping into the process is really about believing and trusting and holding space. And if you give up so easily, then you're not doing those things. So when it comes to manifesting, again, sometimes things don't show up when we want them to, but that doesn't mean they're not coming, right? That means that maybe something is happening behind the scenes that we're not aware of. Maybe something better is coming along. That could mean all kinds of different things. Like, you have to trust that the universe is also incredibly wise, right? And usually the thing that we want shows up for us when we've learned the lesson in front of us. So I want you to dive in and do the lesson, keep moving forward. But I want you to do all of that while you still believe. So make that your number one job. Your number one job as a manifestor, as a conscious creator, is to believe despite the evidence to the contrary. So sometimes something's going to come up maybe that is close but not quite, or maybe something will come up that seems like the right thing but it'll leave again already. It's okay, you guys. Keep believing. So I think this happens actually a lot in romantic relationships. Like, we think of the kind of person that we want, and that person seems to show up, and then something happens and they immediately depart our life. So then we think we did something wrong. But that person is a sign, actually. It's a really great sign that what you want is almost here. It wasn't that person. But can you believe? Can you keep believing? Can you keep trusting? Humans just want to make everything about one experience. We want to set a goal and then have it happen in a very linear fashion. And life is just so not linear. It is so not linear. And some of the most magical things that have happened for me personally have come out of left field, seemingly, because I didn't imagine them first, right? They came from a path I didn't expect. But that is awesome. That is amazing. That is the universe in action, showing us its incredible wisdom and imagination, right? If I had to restrict everything to the paths that I can think about, then I'd be shrinking my manifesting world and my abilities to this very small field. So you just have to remember that. There's a lot going on behind the scenes. There are things happening for you all the time. And no matter what is happening in your current reality right now, your job is to believe despite evidence to the contrary. And I've said that like 5 times now in this video, but I think it's really important, you guys. Belief first until you see it. So ignore all the evidence, ignore whatever you think has gone wrong, ignore the story in your brain, ignore all of that, and just keep believing. And that is the true manifestation magic that so many of us are missing out on. So that's it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Again, my name is Jen, and I am from the alignlife.co. If you want to learn more about me, come on over. I have a bunch of freebies for you guys over there. If you like this video, please give it a like, and thank you so much for spending part of your week with me. I really appreciate it a lot. If you know somebody that would like this video and benefit from what I said today, please pass this along, tag them down below, send them an email with it. I would really love it if you'd help me out like that. Thank you guys again so much for watching. I'll be back here soon in the next video. So until then, I'm wishing you the most amazing week ever. And just remember, get ready for the miracle.